that U.S. companies moved U.S. operations into China, largely with Taiwanese, Korean, Japanese partners, to build the stuff that we all use and love every day. To call that China's fault is to me, misallocating blame. There are plenty of things to blame China about, but the fact that things in Walmart cost X instead of Y, and let's just say they're 20 or 30% cheaper than they would have been without the global supply system that has been evolving for 30 or 40 years. And let's face it, when I was a kid, there was a Rust Belt in the Midwest. I remember going to Cleveland, as a young man and seeing these miles of factories. Somehow that's all being pinned on China, even though China was in mouse suits starving to death when much of that economic transformation happened. American workers have suffered from technological change and global integration for the last 100 years. China is a big part of that, but it's only a part of that. It's not the cause. My favorite analogy that I picked up recently was describing China as being like Amazon. That, yes, Amazon is sort of rearranging our entire retail experience. Do I walk down to my neighborhood bookstore when I think of this wonderful book I want to buy, or do I click, and it'll be at my door the next day? This is the decision every American is making, and they're
and China, why is China
is creating things more efficiently. The manufacturing base that when I started in '89. There was no manufacturing. But when I started working in Hong Kong in '91, the very first Hong Kong manufacturers were moving across the border. And they were making the little plastic toys like the Mays and the Nobles and the Dollars paper. And they would tell me how much cheaper it was and how great. Because we're going to beat out the Taiwanese and the Koreans, and we're going to keep control of cheap toys for longer. And so that moved into China to find the most effective force at the lowest common level has been going on the whole time, and it went from Korea and Taiwan and Hong Kong and Singapore and even Japan, and it moved into China. And one of the misperceptions that's out there is that this very large trade deficit that is growing with China, a lot of it was transferred from these countries, and that China runs a trade deficit with much of the world, including almost all the developing nations, where it brings in raw material, resources, food, everything China needs, and then it sends the high-tech stuff out. So it runs, it's got a big surplus with the rich countries. China's sitting in there in the middle of part of this huge global supply chain. It's not an evil plot by nasty communists in Beijing. They wouldn't have known how to build any of this. This was put together by American corporations working with brilliant engineers in Taiwan, who were sitting there with missiles flying over their heads 40 years ago from China. But they moved all their factories over to China because it was the most efficient place to do it. Now, the Chinese government supported it with infrastructure. There's almost no labor laws, so you could hire and fire people at will in China, particularly in the past. And they allowed everything to function. You get electricity, you get water. The trains were built, the ports were built, the airplanes were flying. And unfortunately, in most very poor countries, including India, that wasn't happening, or at least not at a pace that would allow this kind of integration. So this is a global issue. It's a real issue. What happens to workers that get dislocated is a real social issue. I've heard great descriptions of we should be taxing global trade and putting some of that money back into re-education and finding ways to energize economies that get hit. The pace of change is much higher. But at least half, if not more of that change, is driven by technology.
Right.
The fact is, America manufactures a lot more stuff than it did 20, 30 years ago. It just takes far fewer people to do it. It's no different than a coal mine that might take 100 people today, that 50 years ago might have taken 5,000. Those 4,900 jobs went away because of technology. It's change like that when you turn that into their bad, your good, to me, that makes no economic sense, and it's a political mistake.
Right. And, it is very political. And clearly, President Xi has been very overt in laying down some standards for China. And one of them is the Belt and Road Initiative. The other one is, Made in China 2025. These are very different than what Chinese leadership used to do, which Deng Xiaoping said, kind of never lead. And so now we have somebody who has said, very publicly, dominate some industries. We're going to be a world leader. They're being very militarily aggressive. So you can see where there are frictions. And yet from an investment point of view, we're looking at these frictions and you're saying that this is actually creating some opportunities, that this friction can create some opportunities, right? From an investment point of view, or no?
Well, absolutely. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I go back, we were fortunate enough to cross paths with Sir John Templeton when he was, long past his professional career, but still very active personally and eventually with his foundation. And, he would come in and invest when everybody else was ready. And Paul Matthews and I really watched him and saw the right stuff. When he says 5 of his blood in this kid, he really means 5 of his blood in this kid. It's a very hard thing to do. Let's wait till next week. Maybe it'll get worse. Maybe it'll get better. I'm not sure. I'll hesitate. I loved it when Sir John actually fired somebody and Tim Matthews fund that I won't mention, but he fired somebody in at a very desperate time in the Asian financial crisis, which probably saved our company. But his secretary said, he's almost too early. I'm going to invest a month later. And she nailed the bottom. They didn't cut it. But he was always a little ahead of it, but he was right. And he didn't care if he was under. And this is the argument I would make for investors. Having lived through so many cycles in China, but there's so many people in their markets, I really psychologically program myself to like their markets. And a lot of it comes down to the stress testing system. The tide goes out, you find out who's wearing twin cigarettes, as Warren Buffett said, and you're seeing where the weak points are. Big bull markets cover up weaknesses, right? They create, problems that aren't evident until interest rates go up or there's a shock to the system. And right now we have interest rates going up, and we have a trade war, the likes of which I don't consider in my lifetime. And so that combination is really interesting. And I think this is market volatility, but people are starting to take it seriously. For me, this is when you start thinking, what are the investments I need? Where are areas, sectors, companies, the countries that I think 20 years from now will be approaching, and here's an opportunity to build that position.
So is there a way to participate as a foreign investor in the Belt and Road Initiative, for instance, or in, Made in China 2025? Because those government initiatives,
I think the most significant thing in China today is Xi Jinping has reached all the way back past all the wisdom that Deng Xiaoping delivered from 1978 on, and he has certain malice tendencies.
Yes.
And that is of great concern to anybody watching China's trajectory. The aggressiveness of the South China Sea is something that the most Mao leadership would never have done. The Belt and Road Initiative, they've been off in various Africa and whatnot, building roads and dams and doing things for a long time, but then the packaging up into this big, glorious thing. Here we come, the future is ours, be our friend, or else you're not our friend. And you see this, of course, the Taiwanese relationship with the Dalai Lama's travels, this very heavy-handed, very nationalist position, which is also being reflected in any internal dialogue within China.
But looking at the internal high-profile individuals that have disappeared, opening up
the market economy, imagining everything seemed to work in, 2007, everybody in the world wanted to buy our China fund. Like, no, it's really expensive. Yeah, the market went up. But then the 2008 Olympics, it's like, we're here, we're a superpower, we're the future, and it's, I think they got ahead of themselves, and I do believe that part of that backlash, that certainly, the U.S. is feeling right now, is reflective of a China, going from this relatively quiet, low-key position to quite an aggressive position, and internally being very aggressive with their own citizens.
Yes.
What's happening in Western China with the Uyghurs, there hasn't been anything like this, to my knowledge, before in my career, where you have 1 million people locked up, being re-educated.
And now they're actually admitted that these are not vocational training, that these are actually re-educational.
This is not what anybody who believes in an open...
Funding for To the Contrary provided by the Cornell Douglas Foundation, committed to encouraging stewardship of the environment, land conservation, watershed protection, and eliminating harmful chemicals.
But I do think China should be a lot more careful with this.
Additional funding provided by the Wallace Genetic Foundation, the Colcom Foundation, the E. Rhodes and Leona B. Carpenter Foundation, and the Charles A. Freoff Foundation.
Trade or the South China Sea. They're really careful to the big firms around the world. And I think they are going to people really see the Belt and Road Initiative as a way to lend a ton of money in the first class.
Hello, I'm Bonnie Urbay. Welcome to the Contrary's yearly film festival called All About Women and Girls. As a platform for first-time filmmakers, we highlight the best work in 4 categories. They are current events about advancing the rights of girls, women, or diverse communities in the U.S., changing cultural attitudes on gender from a woman's perspective, U.S. women's history, and student entry. This week's winner is in the student category, Love Mommy, by filmmakers Talal Hadavi and Young Eun Yang, is the story of a formerly imprisoned woman who was attempting to put her troubled past aside and reunite with one of her daughters.
We want to replace the U.S.
When is this kind of, again, consolidation of power and control from the top impact, the outlook for the China that we thought was evolving?
Right. Well, that we predicted has been evolving.
Right.
Real incomes have been going up at a tremendous pace. Consumption has been rising. The diversification of the economy has been occurring. Private companies are driving the growth in China today. The state sector is smaller every day. So, from a purely economic point of view, as an investor, she hasn't done any real damage yet. But
I was born and raised in the Bronx, and I'm 36 years old, and I have 3 girls. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Selena is my youngest, and she's the only one that I've raised from birth.
You got poo-poo there? Who did you poo-poo? Me. Yeah, you want me to talk to Major's mommy? Yeah.
Want to have a good dance ball? I live with Selena and our children. It's a facility for women who come home from prison and try to reunite with their kids.
Who's this? Who's this?
Who's this?
Helena.
And one of the challenges in China,
I am in a custody battle for Helena, my middle child that I had to give up prior to me going to prison. She's with Roxanne. Roxanne is my brother's mother-in-law. She was a very close friend.
But I will say,
My oldest, Helena, is living with her father for the moment because she goes to school.
Matthew's China Fund was up, better than 50% in 2017.
Chinese markets had a wonderful year last year. I think they've earned it. They've had a hard time for a few years, and now we've given up. Yes, a great deal of it. And I think the valuations are very attractive. I think the economic environment is a little difficult. And what I have been building
This is where I was grew up. This is where I'm from.
And now
Cypress
I'm
Avenue.
out there looking at individual
Hi,
Chinese stock as an
Hi, I think that you okay? Here, I do it here. I don't have no money right now on me. Here, you have that. All right, see you later. She just asked me for money, and I'm sure it's for her habit. I never judge because I've been there, and I know, I've been there. I was rock bottom. I would walk with a shopping cart and.
Invest in our funds. I mean, that's amazing. You're going to invest in our funds, and some people wouldn't join our company because of that. But I always felt it was the right thing. I am finally
I was bad, really bad on drugs. My life wasn't easy, but I'm alive. I'm over drugs. I've been clean 9 years.
To do that, I don't want to call around all the
I had got pregnant from Helena, my middle child. And my bills was piling up, and there was this girl in my job, and she was heroin sick. I got her heroin, and she gave me a whole lot of money. So I said, I'm going to do this for 3 months, and that's how I'm going to pay my bills. And then I got caught. And I had to do time.